I guess I'm starting my show now. Everything is just a wreck around here. You know, like I say, you can never go wrong getting tools. That's my theory. We're rolling. Rolling. I can't believe how fucked up it is now. I can't believe it. It's hard to believe. I need the currency of fame. I can't pick up my amplifier because I got the hernia, so I'll get that fixed. And the doctor says I'll be able to pick stuff up right away. In the meantime, I have to use this megaphone. Last time I had a megaphone, I had one on the truck. I had it laying around the house for some reason. There was a big demonstration in Tompkins Square Park. And the poor people were in the park, and I think they wanted, I don't know what they wanted exactly. They just didn't want to, they wanted to stay where they were. Anyway, there was a big demonstration, and I was hanging around taking photographs. For some reason I just lived around the corner. I don't know what I did, but I remember I gave this guy who was trying to make a speech the Chelsea film and video megaphone that I had. Well, that made him more effective as a speaker, but it also made him a target, and cops beat him up and arrested him, and I didn't get my megaphone back. But I did get some good photographs. Worst thing I've heard about lately is Flint, Michigan, which, you know, what I can't believe is that they're in the, you know, just some like federal reaction and make sure that these people get clean water. Made me think of Randy Newman's song years ago was Burn On Caoughga. It's like, I don't know, it's like, you know, Reagan was a nice looking guy, and he was, but boy, oh boy, this ideology, the free trade, neoliberal stuff we know from the past wrecked the fortunes of the British Empire. None of the people who had made it from the Industrial Revolution wanted their children to get their hands dirty working, so they all went into finance and gambled away all the British Empire's money. So then there was World War I. They didn't pay their bill for that war. Like we ain't paid our bills on the wars we've been doing. Or, you know, like I'm still a U.S. citizen even though I'm the founder of Transcendia. The Transcendian Party is the party name to write in when you don't like either candidate. I believe in really, I set out to build Transcendia. It was a joke at one point. I made fun of myself, and then I lost all fictional distance because it was just too good an idea. I see now in all my back study, I seem to do broad strokes and then have to go back and find evidence why I put all that together again. Okay? Distribution turns out to be the last difficulty, the main difficulty in economics. One place has a future and another place doesn't. You don't spread things around equally. Well, okay, that's fine up to a point. You have to maintain the civilization. Barbarians steal. Barbarians steal. Civilized people work for what they get. Honest working people are just getting fucked right and left. It's not even, I mean, FDR made the country great somehow. The New Deal was was civilization at an apogee. Just like freedom and free speech, and you couldn't be put in jail if you said things that were true about the king. It wasn't libel then. Okay? I told the story about Elvis, how I saw Elvis. I thought back, what made me want to found a nation, and I think it's all Elvis' fault, because he was a king, I think it was subconscious. I was 4 years old. I had to look back in myself. What's wrong with me? Have I got too much ego? Somebody once asked me what was wrong with me, what was my major flaw, and I said lack of low self-esteem. But I'm right about a lot of this stuff. I really am. The insuro dollar in the main, it's my gift. Currency based on human capital figured by the insurance actuary tables, whole life policies. ACA didn't go far enough, okay? It's flawed. Not a single payer system, whatever they want to call that. But what do we get from becoming the reinsurers for the reinsurer? Screwed. They gave them all the money and they bought up all the deeds. It really is true. Economics does fall down to being an attempt of the majority to regulate the greed of those with the deed. Stop the greed of those with the deed. All right? That's the key there to economic attempts to create a just and ethical society that we would look at as civilization. Civilization is a wonderful thing, all right? It's not a bad thing. All right? Anyway, so Flint, Michigan is really depressing. Let's see, what else? Okay, what else did I have on my mind? I had a song on mine, but I'm not going to do that right now. Anyway, it's, I was thinking about, they say that medical marijuana has been made legal federally. In an article from the LA Times, I don't have the full details, but it makes a big difference to North Carolina, which needs a crop. Prosperity comes from agriculture. That's the basis for your food, shelter, food, clothing, and shelter. They go in that order. It's like pick a job. It's got to be 2 out of 3. Good people, good project, good money. Must have 2 out of 3. Watch out for liars. And so, for North Carolina, which I'm calling not conscious, medical marijuana is legal federally ought to make a big difference to replace the crop losses, to rebuild art. Well, art is always a leader in the community as far as civilizing influence, so I asked the airport a manager, I asked the airport management and auxiliary. We live in a unique situation right here. It's wonderfully ironic that I live in a county that is anti-airport. My whole thing is that a landlocked area needs its airports, and they solve the distribution problem that is the major difficulty for at the end of economics. Keynes is right. Sin is right again too. Ignorance. I don't care about nothing but, I try to be right by children. They fascinate me in a lot of ways, whether watch them learn and stuff. But I got kicked in the head once, and that really set me back. I didn't know about it. Lead in the water. Man, oh man, really, I hate to say it, but they ought to take the guy and shoot him. What main guy responsible for that? He just about deserves to have his head blown off. And don't tell anybody I said so. Anyway, the other thing, that's really bothering me. So, where am I now? Okay, you gotta get crop crops growing, you got to have them distributed, and a light marijuana, man, it really helps me with all my illness, but I'm not allowed to do it because of the federal law. I've told doctors they shouldn't be working for J. Edgar Hoover anymore. We live in a society that is run by J. Edgar Hoover and Meyer Lansky, thanks to Bill Clinton, and earlier than that, it was, how J. Edgar Hoover got there and stayed there forever is just sick. I had another show in mind, but I ended up doing this because I had the microphone out. This is the voice of Transcendia. Thanks a lot.